find the time to edit myself a video. Though I should, honestly, I need to save a lot more footage on my PS4 and use the share factory and conjure up something nice for the folks at home. Alright, do you see the stream middle?
Not showing anything. It'll probably take like a second. Still not sure. Oh, wait, there we go. You're not facing the video.
Nice. But it's just like the HUD menu. This is all my stuff that you get to do with. This is the power systems, like how I guess generate my power amongst my ship. This is the fire groups to set up pretty much your loadouts for all your weapons. Inventory. And then ship functions. And then you go over this screen and it's like your whole navigation shit. So it's like all the places in this sector, and then you go down to other ones. There's a lot of shit in here. And these are like other systems in the immediate area that you could warp to. This is where you can see like other vessels nearby you could go and scan. You can see who it is. Oh wait, I think this is an actual player. Driving around one of the oh, he left. I think he was driving, he was in one of the cruise ships. This dude's smuggling, he has 0 shields on. There's no way in hell this dude just has no shields. Yeah, that's definitely another player. Alright, we'll get this. If it loads. There it goes. Alright. So this is where I'm at. This is like nearby systems, right?
Damn, that's huge.
Go to Powerplay. Right? This is the Powerplay, so you can see who controls what system. It just looks like a big jumble of stuff. And then there's that. Pretty much the whole knot of everything.
Is that everything? That's the entire map or what?
No. So then there's this. And then you got this.
Oh shit.
And then you got this. I joined someone's ship and they were over here. I'm like, how the hell did they get the whole way over here? Is beyond me. I'm like, how the hell did they get the whole way over here? Is beyond me.
This is a massive bloody game, eh?
The crazy thing is, it's smaller than GTA. But yeah, you could set missions pretty much in any space station. And it could be courier missions, assault missions, you know, I already told you all types of missions you could do in here. It could be data delivery missions that literally, it doesn't even take anything in your cargo, you just deliver information. You could do faction missions, like these guys here with the symbol is, they are people of my faction. So I could go and do missions for them to build a faction rep.
Okay. So then you do things within strengthening or faction and all that.
Yeah, but there's also, you know, the people that don't have a faction icon, it won't be directly aligned with my faction, but what it'll do is I can still ally with this specific group in this sector. So right here on this screen you can see my Federation reputation is at 56% and I'm friendly with them. I'm currently trying to get that high enough for me to get at least a dropship, but then there's the Empire reputation, and then there's, you know, the Alliance, and those are the three main ones. And then, you know, other shit here. You can see what ranks you're currently sitting at on the left hand of the screen. So I am a novice in combat rank, I am a merchant for the trade rank, I am mostly aimless when it comes to exploring, and I am helpless when it comes to CQC. The CQC rank is the it's the PvP mode that they have to this. So if I go and save and exit to the main menu, start, you go over to the arena and it'll load you up into pretty much the dog fighting stuff. Though I don't think anyone plays this, sadly. It takes me forever to find a match if there is one. But you could do, like, you know, team deathmatch, capture the flag. Let's see if I could, by off chance, find a game. This is where you get your CQC rank up. I've never won a match, sadly. But I've only played 2 matches, it seems. But I'm ranked 3, so I don't know how that works. I'm gonna let this go for a little bit and see if I somehow stumble into a match. But if not, I'll just go back to the core game and show you more of those features. Yeah, I don't think I'm finding the game. Yeah, either like I think it's because I tend to do this late at fucking night, but I don't ever like find games really, so I don't know, maybe I should try like a reasonable time like tomorrow.
No, like in the morning hours or...
Yeah. But that's my ship there. Pretty much your ship's just stored in the garage.
Thinking you have like 2 ships at the same time, or?
Yeah, you can store ships at different stations. It's like right now I could go and just outright buy this. I could buy a hull, or I could trade in my ship and gain 18 mil. But yeah, this is the one I want here. Has 2 sheets, or two seats for a multi-crew. So I have a gunner and a pilot, or just 2 pilots. Cargo.
Well, maybe you should see, because if you sell your ship in one region, will you be able to get to the other region and buy the ship you want, or do you have to buy a ship in that region?
You have to have one ship. So what you could do is if you have a second ship but it's in a different like station, you could transfer the ship over for a fee, and it'll take some time. And then once that ship is here, you could swap to it and then trade it in.
I was gonna say, maybe you should find a place where your ship that you want to trade in is more valuable.
No, because it goes by the price of the ship you're buying. So right now, the sector that I'm in right now, this ship is on sale pretty much, so it's being sold at a cheaper price. So the actual cost for it would have been like 47 mil, but it's been dropped to 38. But you can see like a lot of specs before you go in. Every time you buy a ship, it always has 2 1F pulse lasers. It's like the basic of the basic weaponry. But you can see, like, you know, it has an additional 3 large hard points. Those 2 slots, it's like that has the pulse laser, is medium sized. And then there's 4 utility slots. It got a 6 capacity shield generator, 2 5 cargo, a 4 cargo, but all that could be optimized to whatever you're doing. So I could replace all the cargo with fighter bays and, you know, shield upgrades, hull integrity upgrades, and just make it one big battleship instead of, you know, cargo. And then the internal stuff, it's mainly, you know, you just upgrade those. You don't really, like, you can't fully optimize that, but you could upgrade those to be like top notch. And then the core like stats here compared to the ship you have. So like if I trade this in, I'll drop in everything, but that's because I put a lot of money in the ship I have. I'm sure once I put money into this ship, all that, you know, speed, boost speeds, mobility will probably go up a lot more. And then the shields and armor is a lot better on here. But that's the ship I want. I'm waiting for that. I'm almost there too. I'm sitting at 8 mil. So I'm like close to halfway. But I really haven't been doing too much. Okay, let's see here. This is where you could join other people's ships, but I'm not sure if anyone's doing anything right now. Every now and again you could join somebody. There's like all the multi-crew stuff. These are all the ships that have like multiple seats in it for you to go and grab.
This game has a lot of ships that you can choose from.
Yeah, definitely. Like, not all sectors sell every ship. As you can see, this sector only has like a handful of ships. But this list here is literally just the ships that have 2 seats for you to be in. There's more with, you know, without an additional seat. And then you can find them in different sectors of the galaxy and stuff. And like this is the, like, you know, what each role is. So the helm is, you know, the main person that controls the ship. It's always commander. And then you got gunners, you got fighters, and that's pretty much the only 2 roles you have in this. But it's a little bit more fun to actually like be in there. It's a lot of screen you have to get used to, like docking and stuff, and just getting used to that. Like it gets in depth. Like the middle like part there where it shows my ship on the landing pad, like you have to line that up properly to park. The little green icon to the left is the space station, and the reason why it's green is because I did enough work for them where I'm allied with them. Hold on, there's somebody coming in here.
Oh, cool, and it's first person driving and all that.
It's first person everything.
That's cool.
You see, these are like all my weapons and stuff I got deployed. Alright, and then real quick, I'm gonna show you how to, like, what you have to do to dock, pretty much. So, once you get to said space station, right, you have to be within 7.5 km, and then pretty much you have to go to this screen, go over your contacts, and request docking. Once that's done, you could then go and park. But I have the auto docking on this ship, so all you gotta do is just let them take control of your ship by pretty much turning off the thrust.
You don't want any of those fines.
No. It's just because I don't know why I have a hard time controlling this ship when it comes to parking. Every other ship I was fine with, but this one is particular. Is like weird. They always play like this music while auto docking too. And pretty much it'll just, you know, line you up. And you'll latch in. And then this when you get to access the services.
Ship is on the ground. Commence power down. Take note, Commander. The civil war is currently affecting the area. Watch who you side with.
Alright. So you just heard the commander of like the whole space station talk about the civil war that's going on in this sector. That could happen at any system. And so if you go over to your navigation and look around, you see conflict zones where these guys, like the groups of people, are literally just duking it out. and you could go and fight with them and pick a side. And the the factions that are fighting is these guys here.
And you can actually partake in the civil war when it breaks out.
Yep, you could just go in the sector and start picking sides. And what it is it's these groups here. So what it could be like right now I'm best allied with the 15 Lambda, whatever, the comms holdings. It could be these guys fighting the central solutions, and they could just be duking it out. And you could pick a side, and it will build rep of one and drop the rep of other. And if you drop the rep of one, they will, you know, supply you less missions. Where if you get higher rep of missions, they'll give you a higher risk, more reward missions to do. Usually they'll have like a little plus on these if there's a ship looking. But if you have a multi-seat, you could just search for your own crew too, and you could set up what you're like specifically going to do. And you don't necessarily have to follow it, but you can. So like if I launch over, and let's see here, let's go to the high intensity one because that would seem like it'd be fun.
Detachment complete. Exit the station quickly and safely.
Landing gear retracted.
Oh fuck. Of course it's obscured.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, on the bottom right is where your systems are. So you see the engine, your systems, and your weaponry.
Incoming message.
Incoming message. Oh, this shit was a lot closer than I thought. No, you could like look around and still access the screen too.
Oh, that's cool.
Alright, so we are now in the high conflict zone. I am allied with one of the fractions battling. And so if I chose, I could then select said guy, start deploying my weaponry, and just start duking it out.
Trajectory disruption. Target shields offline.
See, right now with my system scrambled like that, that's when they fire like a little disruption EMP to mess with my targeting.
so then you can't accurately target them.
Yeah, unless I had a fixed cannon. Sadly, all my weapons are gimbaled, so I don't really have to aim. But this ship isn't meant for fighting anyways, so I didn't really optimize it to do everything.
Basically just a carrier.
Pretty much, yeah. But, you know, you could just come in here and just start duking. And start lighting people up. Helping out your faction. I recommend having a better mobility with doing these. Alright, so the frame ship that was detected is this guy trying to escape with his like hyperdrive. It's kind of far. Yeah, you can just like sit in here and you'll get like these little pretty much checks that you could cash in for doing these, and like your faction you're allied with will be like, hey, thanks for the help, here's a check, and you can go and cash it in for based on how many I guess of these guys you destroy. And you pretty much get the same thing like when claiming bounties too. Oh. Music mad epic for no reason. I don't like Vipers. These are like assault ships.
Vipers like the really good fighters.
Yeah, Vipers are better for combat overall. So right now, this guy is flying around the ship that I have. Oh, see, right now he just fired a heat sink, so I don't see his systems, but I still have eyes. Oh, see, right now he just fired a heat sink, so I don't see his systems, but I still have eyes. Oh, shit.
Frameshift charge detected.
That's not good. If this ship gets blown up, I'll be upset.
So, wait, don't you have insurance, I think?
I do have insurance, but it still costs $1 million to, you know, use. So I'm about to mosey on out of here. But yeah, that's a little bit of the dogfight in there.
Can you imagine if this was what No Man's Sky's solar system was like?
Yeah. But imagine, like, you could be in these conflict zones, duking it out with these, like, factions, and then, like, a player of the opposite faction will come in and start fighting you. And you won't know at all until you scan their ship. It doesn't show like someone, like another player entered your area. So you could be sitting there and be like, yo, this AI is insanely good. And then you look at your scans and be like, oh shit, that's another player. Yeah, my health on my shield is at 18%. If I didn't mosey on out of there any sooner, I probably would have been blown.
Permission authorized. Please head directly for Bay 4-1. Automated docking initiated.
See, I earned these when I was doing the multi-cruel. So I was able to, I got these bounties I collected. But they're in completely different systems, so I can't cash them in here. I got these bounties I collected. They're in completely different systems, so I can't cash them in here.
I like their docking music.
It's only for auto docking. If you dock to yourself, it'd be fine. Like you wouldn't hear it.
Ship is on the ground. Take note, Commander. The Civil War is directly affecting the area. Watch your east side.
So, like he just mentioned again about the Civil War. So yeah, I can't set my bounties here. So whenever you do bounties, make sure you cash them in at that system that you acquired them, because it won't work in others. Or you have to fly the whole way back to wherever system you collected the bounty from.
That's pretty...
But the same thing works for fines too. If you get a fine in one system, if you go to a different system, that fine doesn't apply to you.
Oh, nice. So you can like stir up all kinds of shit in one section and just stay away from it.
Yeah. So I could go and swap out for like beam technology, and like you can see how it says support multi-crew. So when whenever you get a gunner, they could take control of that cannon specifically. And since these cannons are kind of on the bottom, like see how like they're tucked in weird? So it like
Yeah.
even if you took control of the cannon, you wouldn't be able to like, you know,
too much.
180 it. You can aim probably straight down, but that'll be the extent of it. You can't aim up or back. But that's because it's the way my ship is. You can aim probably straight down, but that'll be the extent of it. You can't aim up or back. Because all of my weapons, as you can see, they're all on the front of my ship. So like you can't finesse like a really decent gunner in multi-crew of this ship, because you guys will all be focusing on the same target anyways. But the ship I want, they have the front seat, which is, you know, the main captain seat. And then the left seat faces kind of like at a left angle. And then the right seat is like at the right window. And what it is like you have like the front of you, and then the left seat and the right seat have like the flank views, so they can see the pretty much the side action of the ship from their seat. And then if you take control of the gunner seat, you get access of the third person view of the ship. And you could use, that's when you get you could do like the full sweep with the camera to target, you know, what the main driver can't. So you could have the cannon shoot sideways, you could have the cannon shoot backwards if, you know, the ship permits that angle. Where the pilot could only shoot forward because his lock-on screen is only to what's in front of him. So having a gunner is really nice because they get the they get the third person turret camera and can shoot all around, and then you get access to, like, someone could be your fighter pilot, and so you can have someone flying around this little fighter pilot, your main ship, and a gunner, just like you know, lighting things up. And when you do multi-crew, when you join in, let's say you want to go and search up to join bounty hunting. Bounties are one of the few things you earn money for in multi-crew. So if you join a bounty hunting ship and he's like in an asteroid belt hunting pirates, you'll get paid for being in that guy's ship. There's a lot of things like the missions you don't get paid for, but if he's doing like actual transactions, like if he has his own trade route he does, you'll get money. You get a part of the money he does from his personal trades, not the missions. So my buddy sent me a trade route that I could do back and forth is 1 jump each, and if someone joins me for that, they'll get paid for each item I sell. Nope, none. Well, it is about that time. But, you know, that's just a little bit of this game. I enjoy the game. It's not a bad game, it's just one of those, like, chill. Like, I play this game and all I do is just do delivery runs whenever I'm bored. Just, you know, hanging out.
Yeah, it's just one of those games where you just explore and do shit with friends.
Yeah. And even if you don't have friends, you could join other people's ship and just make friends. Like, I got 3 buddies now on this game that I met within, like, the past, like, week or so. And it's just me just hopping in their ship. You sit there talking and have fun. Like, my one buddy, like, he sends me trade routes, gives me, you know, a heads up on, like, large missions we can run together. Someone I added today has he has the Federation Corvette ship, and I was literally just dogfighting with him. Like, he had his massive ship, I jumped in one of his fighter pilots, and like another person joined in and jumped in the other fighter pilot, and it was just the 3 of us hunting bounties together. and I got paid $1 million just jumping from ship to ship. Like this morning I made close to 1 mil. I think I made like 800,000 doing bounty hunts, and I wasn't even in control of the fighter pilot. I was just in the ship chilling. And then tonight I made 3 mil just by bouncing from ship to ship doing bounty hunts. Whenever I disconnect, I just look for another one. But it died down, sadly. I think everyone's gone to bed.
Like, what time in the morning for you?
What was that?
I said, well, it is like what early time in the morning for you?
It is 3:20.
Yeah, see? That's what's dead.
Yeah. But I don't know, like a couple guys I met was in the UK. So for them it'd be 8 in the morning.
Now, 9, yeah, 8 are behind me, so they most likely went to school and shit.
Probably, yeah. You don't see too many young kids on here. I think it's because it's like very complex.
Well,
But-
work then.
Yeah. Like the UK dude that I met 2 days ago, I think he's fairly older than me. I think he's closer to his probably young 30s. The guy I joined in tonight, I swear he was probably like in his 30s. Because he was sitting there, we was just talking, blowing up stuff, picking targets, and just like laying rip. But, hold on, let me end the share play here. Wait, how do I stop the broadcast?